All right, so once again, I'm introducing myself. My name is Oladi Lutgumi. I'm the co-founder of Accounting Yard. And today, basically just to drive the demo, yeah? So feel free to ask as many questions as you would like to ask, and don't be ashamed to ask any question, right? It may be a question that you are asking that someone else can pick from it and can learn a lot from it, right? Because by the time we get to the real tournament, there will not be an opportunity to really ask questions at that point in time, right? With the expectation that everybody understand what they need to do to be able to participate clearly in the tournament. Now, the first thing I want to first mention to everybody is that it's very important that you have two devices. Two devices, even if it's two phones, have two devices. One is a device to be able to see the screen, right, of the question being asked. The second device is a device that will help you to be able to see, to be able to answer the question, right? We've shared a working document that explains how the game plays out, but this is a real life demo of how it's going to play out. Yeah. So first, I will encourage everybody to, one, if you want to participate, download the Kahoot, right? You need to download Kahoot. Yeah. So I will encourage you to download Kahoot. Can we all download Kahoot? So you can download Kahoot on your phone. Oh. All right, so we have 19 people. All right, welcome. So it's good to have everybody available, right? I can see Unilag well represented. It would be nice to have people with their names. I can see OAU represented. I can see Ahmadu Bello University well represented. Yeah, which other school? Which other school is present, right? Ahmadu Bello. Any other school am I missing out?
Redeemers University.
Redeemers University, okay. All right. Who else? Which other school is present, right? Because I can't see their names.
University of Benin.
Okay. Welcome on board. Any other school represented again?
Federal University of Ekiti.
That's right.
All right, we have 21 people, right? So let's just wait for like 3 minutes grace. When is exactly 5:15, right? We'll go on to the next phase. So one critical thing that we all need to pay attention to. So one critical thing that we all need to pay attention to is we have the abbreviation, right, of how schools should actually have their names. And the idea is that we want to be able to identify the school you belong to. So basically, you just need to have your name, right, and the name of school. So every school has the short form that they should use, right? So as much as possible, we encourage everybody to make use of this short form. That way, we can actually be able to assign and say, oh, this is the school you belong to. So I will encourage everybody to ensure that they make use of this, right? And use exactly this format. If you don't have these documents, we can always share it across to you. It's part of the emails that will be sent out to you in terms of unit stuff. Yes, I've allowed you to go to this part. So basically, this is what I was saying, using the web. If you're during the tournament, this is how your name would be. The name, it can be your nickname or name as name that you best known as, that can easily identify you with, right? And the name of the school. Yeah? Can you see it here? And that's how it can be in the Kahoot game. So it's important that as we go into the test environment now, that is how your name would be. Yeah. So I'm going to launch the game now. Let's see. Okay. I think that's it. All right. So basically, I'm starting the tournament now, right? And this is the demo game to just get everybody familiar with the tournament. Yeah. No, sure. I can give a minute more. Okay. All right. No problem. That's fine. So basically, yeah. So I'm generating the code for the game, right? Once the game pin is loaded, all you need to do is that you can join with this link, right? You can either download the app and you can join using this code, right? I'm also going to copy the link copied, and I'll drop in the chat box. That's another means of joining the tournament. Yeah, you can either use the join the tournament or enter this code after downloading the app for the game. So as you join, your name will pop up here, right? Waiting for players. So if anybody joins now, exactly, John, draw, run. So AN, this is not a way to register. All right. So pull return, you can just enter exactly Coca Unilag. That's correct. But I think ABU should enter as Puritan -ABU. Yeah. Giwa OAU. That's fantastic. John OAU. John Bowen. All right. Yeah. So let's still wait, let people join, right? So I guess people are already getting the vibe of how they should register. I think the only person that's gotten it wrong is Puritan ABU. Yeah. Sholaye Babcock. So yeah, she have an hyphen between your name and your school, right? Hmm? What is it? So for those who have removed, right, you can re-enter again with the appropriate name. Yeah. So David, Uni Loring, so that the N is missing, right? So that we are sure of the school. Yeah. So you see me remove names of people because they are not using the appropriate name. All right, Puritan Run, Anthony, yeah, Rashidat FOU. So this should come with an hyphen, right? So I'm going to remove her, Rashidat. So you can re-enter again with an hyphen. So let me show you the screen of how the name should come up again. So everybody's on the same page. Yeah. So this is how it should look like. Your name hyphen your school. All right, David, correct. That's fine. So Rashida, we're still waiting for you. Tosin Unilag. So Tosin, you need to have an hyphen between your name and Unilag. Right. Marvelous, Foua. Right. The name is not correct. You need to have an hyphen between your name and phone. Tropical Bap Cat 5. You don't have the name of your school, so this is not correct. All right, well done, Rashida. That's correct. All right, Esther, can you enter your full name? I think it's too long. So Marvelous, you may want to shorten your name so that you can enter next time, right? So just so you know. So I think that's why you're having an issue. Those incorrect. All right, so I think generally everybody has a good understanding of how the name should be structured, right? So we'll move on to the next phase, which is basically the game itself. So I want to believe that everybody is logged on two devices. One, the first device is the device that you see the question, right? Then the second device is the device where you answer the question. The second device is where you have Kahoot installed and you can basically to play the game. The first device is the device that sees the screen. Basically, you are connected on Zoom, right? And you can see the questions play out. Take note, you only see the options on your phone, right? You wouldn't see the question on one of your phones. It's the LinkedIn screen that you see the question on. So it's very important that we all understand this, right? At this point, does anybody have any question at this point in time? So Lively Hen 63, your name is not correct because you cannot tell the university you belong to, right? I'll just click so that I can re-register again. All right, anyone with any question, you can either just drop a chat in the chat box or you can raise your hand so I can unmute you to talk. Okay, so one critical thing about this game is that you need to have a very good internet connection, right? So as much as possible, I encourage everybody to be in a location that has good internet connection ahead of the game, right? Fast condo, I think I'll remove you so that I can enter with the appropriate name. Nobody knows the school you belong to. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so I don't know what nickname you are connected as, Esther, right? So you can just choose in your name or use your surname Abbas in the name of the school. Yeah. Hello, Esther. I don't know if you got that right. All right, so I'll be moving on to the next phase of the game, which is actually the act of actually playing the game, right? Right now we have 15 players, so let's see how everybody will perform in the tournament. Yeah. All right. So take note, the link, the Zoom screen will show the questions while your phone will have the answer. So your first device sees the question. Yeah, all right. So that's fine. So let's see who are our top players. So John Bowen and John. This is a serious thing. All right. So top three are all Johns, right? So we have Bowen, Ron, OAU, third and fourth, Ron, fifth. All right. So let's go to the next question. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just to be certain, right? Do you all understand how the first has played out? Does anybody have any difficulty? So I'm going to unmute everybody.
Sorry, it keeps kicking me out after I put my nickname. It just keeps kicking me out.
Okay, so most likely your internet connection is not too strong, right? So I don't know how good is the internet where you are.
It's actually really good. It's really good.
Okay, all right. So how are you connected? Are you on a laptop or on a phone?
I'm on the phone now.
Oh, on a phone. Okay, all right. So I can't say exactly what the problem is, right? What I would have thought of was in your internet connection, right? And that's why it's happening. But maybe if you have a laptop, try and connect using a laptop, right, to see the questions pop out. Yeah. Okay, Tosin, you can unmute yourself and hi, Tosin. Hello, Tosin, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to mute.
Hi, Tosin, we cannot hear you, right? You can make it on the chat box if your internet connection is not too good. But we encourage you to use a good internet connection because the game is largely dependent on how good your internet connection is. Hi, Tosin, I did not get your question. I don't know if anybody heard her question, right? Hello, Tosin. You can drop your question in the chat box just in case, right? All right. Does any other person have any other question? All right. In the answer of no question, I'm going to move on to the next question, right? Are we all ready? All right. Get the next question. Isaac, 10 seconds. How many seconds, person? How many seconds is it? All right, so let's see. Okay, so Anthony has disposed one of the John, right? So we've seen our top three now, right? So one critical thing that we all need to understand is that this game tests two things. It's not just choosing the right answer, it's also a function of how fast you respond. So that's why it's very important that you have a very good internet connection, right? Otherwise, you may know the right answer, but if you don't select it on time, you may not get as much point as someone who knows the right answer and is able to answer the question on time. So it's very important that you're actually in a place that has a very good internet connection when answering the question during tournaments. Yeah. So at this point, time again, does anyone have any other question based on this? Yeah. Any question? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Does any other person have any question before we move on to question 3? All right. In the answer no question, I move on to question 3. Are we ready? All right. I guess some people are beginning to know a lot about accounting here. That's good to know. Yeah. I'm suspecting this John. I'm suspecting the Johns. Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next question, right? Yemi Yabatek. Okay. All right. Okay, me Yabatek, sorry. Question 4. All right. So that's fine. So let's move on quickly to question 5. John is on fire. Can anybody beat the indomitable John? Okay, question 5. Okay, all right. So that's fine. So a lot of people know where our facility located. So you want to learn about accounting, you know where to come to. Yeah. John is on fire. So Abibat Uniben. Interesting. All right. So John. Let's see which John wins on the long run. So next question. All right. So 5 people got the answer right. So we are on fire. Wow. Nobody in the top 5 got the answer question correctly. Interesting to know. Fantastic. All right. All right. Okay. So Favor, Babcock, interesting. John OAU, interesting. Okay. All right. So next question, question 8. So you've been seeing a lot of things around the accounting yard. Very soon, you see questions relating to accounting itself. So someone feel this. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, that's interesting. So next question, question 9. Are we ready? So accounting questions now. All right, so 10 people could easily got the accounting entry. All right. Okay, so John Bowen has. Okay, so next round, question 10. Are we ready? All right. All right. So I think only one person got it wrong. I think almost everybody got it right. So that's good to know. No. So question 11. Let's go to question 11. So well done. So next question. So Favor Babcock is climbing. So it's so interesting that Ron has 2 people in top 5. All right. So next question, question 12. Okay, Tosin, so you can ask your question, right? I guess you want to ask the question.
So I'm unable to answer questions.
So I don't know. So Tosin, can you send a message on the group, right? On the chat room? I barely hear you. Your network doesn't seem clear, right? Where you are is not too clear. Yeah? Can you do that for us? Wow. So basically right now, we have Bowen, Uniben, Babcock, OAU, and Ron. Interesting. Unique 5. No 2 schools in top 5. Yeah. All right. So on question 12 going to 13. Are we ready for the next question? All right, so 17 people got the answer correctly. Interesting. So I'm not sure what you mean that the Kahoot is loading faster than the question. So that means, are you seeing the options on your screen earlier than what you're seeing in terms of on the screen? I'm not too sure what you mean. And is any other person having the same issue that Tosin is having? Okay, so Esther said answer load the answers late. So okay, all right. So it may be a thing of connection, right? Oh, okay, you have issues with the app. So what exactly do you have, Adebola? What exactly are the issues you have with the app? Do you want to unmute yourself and explain or something?
Good evening, Lighty. The app is not loading at all.
What did you say?
The app is not loading. It's bringing the options very late.
Okay, so what I suspect is an issue of connection, right? So maybe
Yeah,
can you
but
try
the
to,
Zoom video is going.
yeah? So what I'll suggest is, can you use the web version of Kahoot instead of using the app?
Okay. All right, thank you.
So what generally what I would encourage you to do is try and use the web version rather than using the app. So Tosin, or I think Esther, are you do you have Zoom on 2 devices? Okay, all right. So the web version is, I think I copied the web link, right? Or where you should go to during the tournament. Let me copy the link again. I think that was the first message shared on the group. So this was the link, right? Which you can paste in the web. By the time you paste, you can actually, you will basically see it. I think you just need to log in. All right, so can I go to the next question now? The question on accounting is just a demo question, right? You can't be asking those questions during the tournament. The tournament will be focused based on what the syllabus said, right, ahead of the tournament. We'll not be asking questions outside that. Yeah. But you can learn about accounting here, though. Yeah. So Olawale, we've answered your question. All right, thanks. All right, so next question now to question 14. All right, so let's see. Fever is on fire. Ron is on fire. All right. So this is final question, right? And I hope we are all ready so that we'll know who our winner is. It would be nice to know who our top 3 are, right? So are we ready for the last question? All right. Eh? Wow. So typically, it's always good to always know your top 3, right? And it was interesting having everybody participate, right? But before we answer questions, right, it's been nice to actually know our top 3. So where is John? Who is John? John Bowen. John from Bowen. You cannot turn on your camera where you are and just say hi. Hi, John. Hello, John. John Dominic.
Good evening.
Yeah, if you don't mind, turn your camera so I just see your face so that we just.
I can't at the moment.
All right, no problem. That's fine.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. So I think the second person was Giwa from OAU. Giwa, if you don't mind, you can turn your camera for where you are. All right, well done. So nice, Giwa. Nice having you here. And so, what was the experience for you like?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, it was fun. So I think I got to realize that it has to do with aside from getting the right question, you have to be very fast too. Yeah, I think that's just it. It was nice. It was fun. Thank you.
Okay, all right, no problem. So I think the next person, I think it was Favor from Uniben, right? Favor? Hi, Favor.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Favor. If you don't mind, can you turn the camera where you are?
No, I can't add the names.
Okay. Okay, all right, Favor, that's fine, right? But from your perspective, how was the experience playing the game?
It was nice. It was okay, but like it has to do with speed and everything. So you just teaches us that we should be fast and try to do everything accurately.
All right. So John from Bowen, you can also just provide feedback in terms of how was the tournament? How was the feeling like for you?
I won't lie. I had this rush of adrenaline, but well, it was fun. It was fun, and I can't wait for Saturday.
Okay, just to be sure, right? When you connected, you had your phone and your laptop, or was it two phones?
I had my phone and my laptop.
Okay, all right. So so that means your phone, which one do you use for Zoom and which one do you use for the game itself?
Using my laptop for the Zoom, then my phone for the game.
Okay, but for phone, were you connected to the app? Were you using the app or were you using the web version?
I was using the app, Couch app.
Okay, so the app worked well for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Favor and Giwa, were you using the app or you're using the web version?
So for
I was using the app.
Okay, Giwa.
Yeah, so for me, I'm using my laptop for the Zoom and I'm using my phone. Yeah, using the app, the count on my phone using the app.
Okay, all right. So that worked well for you. So some other people, it didn't work well for them, right?
Yeah, maybe it might be network.
Okay, all right. So I don't know what the problem was in terms of those using the app. So what I'll suggest is maybe you can try using the web version, right? Hopefully it's better, right, than the app. So I don't know how well the app is playing on people's phones. So some other people had a better experience, some people did not. So so you can try out using the web version instead. Yeah. All right. So now be time to just really get feedback in terms of challenges we had so that we could generally know how best to address it during the live tournament. Yeah. So I know Tosin had a question, but I don't know. She's not online. I can't see her. Tosin? Any other person, any other question? I don't think I can see Tosin online anymore. Okay. Aside Tosin, does any other person have any question at all? Okay, Chamaka. All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Pelumi.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So, just quick question: is it going to be like rounds, like top 10 progresses to the next round, or I might have missed that out? But I just want to clarify.
Okay. All right. So just to clarify, right? So in tournaments, we have 3 rounds: round 1, round 2, and round 3. Round 1 is group stages, which is where we are going to go into now. We want to do the draw in which people are assigned to different groups, right? Round 2, at the end of round 1, the top 2 schools from each group will progress to round 2. So I'm going to have 5 groups, and in each group, top 2 will progress to round 2. Round two, so that is a function of the school. So basically 6 people from each group will progress to the next round. Now in round two, basically at that point, we're not selecting school, we're selecting individuals, right? So a total of 10 people will qualify to round two, right? And in round two, we identify top 5, right? The top 5 would now go to the round three. Round three is the final round, where you have the top 5 individuals and who compete for the first 3 spots. Yeah. So Pelum, have I answered your question?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yes,
Sorry, please, can you come again, please?
Okay, so you have round one. Round one would have groups, right? We'll have 5 groups in which there'll be 4 schools in each group. Only one group will have 5 people, right? Now, in every group, 2 schools will qualify, meaning that you have 6 individuals from a school, from a group that will qualify to the next round, right? So that means that all the 3 individuals representing that school will qualify to the next round. So for every group, 6 people qualify to round 2, right? Now, so that means in total, we would have 6 times 5. That would be 30 individuals qualified to round 2, right? Now, in round 2, we would now identify top 5 out of that 30, right? And those top 5 will move to the round 3, which is the final round. In the final round, we will now basically compete and we identify top 3 in the final round. Yeah, does that help everybody?
All right, thank you.
All right, so the next stage is basically identifying the groups everybody will fall into, right? So now these are the list of universities. And this is how we generate random numbers between 1 to 1,000, right? And based on that, we'll arrange the number in ascending order like this, right? And we've already assigned group references here, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, all the way to the bottom, right? So based on these random numbers, we use a function known as large to arrange the numbers in descending order, right? So basically it's going to use the number, pick it from this list, right? And based on the school that has that number, the school will now be assigned here, right? Does everybody understand?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so I'm going to generate these random numbers 3 times, yeah? So that it's not a question of, oh, someone assigned numbers here. Take note, this is how it was assigned.
I did not understand.
Okay, so basically this is what's going to happen. We're going to use Excel to generate random numbers between 1 to 1,000 here, yeah? So every school is assigned a number, yeah? Now, based on that number, we'll rearrange that number from the largest to the smallest, yeah? And based on the order, right, we already assigned the orders of the school, right? The groups A, B, C, D, right? Top 5, the next A, B, C, D, next top 4, top 5. Yeah, not top 5. The groups A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, right? A, B, C, D like that until you get to the end, so that all the people with A are in the same group. Yeah. If 2 numbers are the same, we run the random numbers. We must not have an instance where the numbers are the same in any point in time. So I'll run this random number 3 times. But if for any reason there are 2 numbers that are the same, I'll run it 1 more time, the 4th time or the 5th time until I don't have any duplicates here. Does that clarify?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I think your network is not so clear.
I said, what's the random number of this? Because I don't get it only.
So I don't know. Your network is not too clear. You can just drop a message on the chat group.
Okay, all right, fine.
So I want to answer your question before I generate the random number 3 times. Okay, all right. What is the random number for? So basically, the idea is that the random number is generated, right, as a way of determining the groups you fall into. So I'm generating a random number that will say, oh, everybody is given a random number. So the person is like a draw. So whoever has the highest number falls into group A. Second highest number will fall into group B. Third highest will fall into group C. So that way is a way of, the random number helps me, gives you like saying no cheating, right? I generate random numbers to everybody, so everybody gets random numbers. So it's not a question that I gave Babcock a higher number than every other person so that they can fall into group A. So random number is helping me make everybody have a plain ground in terms of determining the group they fall into. Does that answer your question?
Yes, okay, thank you. Yeah.
All right. So like I said, I'll generate the random numbers 3 times. And you can observe the schools here. But if any number is the same, can you say if it's colored, it means the number is the same, right? It means I will run the random number again. So I'm doing that now. I'm copying it. Take notes. 1. That's the first time. I'm going to paste it again. 2. I'm going to paste it the 3rd time. And whatever groups without, if there's no duplicates, that will be the assignment in which groups will be assigned to. 3. So there's a duplicate, so I'll run it again. There's a duplicate, so I'll run it one more time. There's a duplicate, so I'll run it one more time. There's a duplicate again, so I'll run it again. Now there's no duplicates. So basically, based on this is an assignment of how the groups would be. Yeah. So I'm going to take a screenshot. Yeah. So basically, that's how groups will be assigned. So it means the way it is now in group A. So basically, let me quickly do something. Okay, all right. So I think that's all right. So basically, everybody can see the groups they've been assigned to. Yeah. I can do this.